Okay, K&N filter I just picked up. That's the stock filter. You can see the difference. That's the K&N. Of course, it's a washable filter, but it's less. Look at the thickness difference. What I'm saying is that that's how much you got to suck through to get air, and that's how you get your horsepower and fuel mileage better. They got better design, less restriction, still same filtration, but you got to spray it with oil and, you know, wash it, versus going out and replacing that, the paper filter. And like I said, you can see the thickness difference. I mean, look at that. That's where you get your power and your fuel mileage. And of course, if you do the intake system, they say 12 to 14 horsepower on the dyno, but I don't need to do that on here. It's a, you know, it's my A to B car. I did buy the transmission. I checked the tranny fluid, and it was pretty bad. That's the tranny fluid. It's supposed to be pink. It's kind of like, almost looks like motor oil. I mean, it's burnt. There's no doubt about it. It's burnt. And that's normal for these cars. The transmissions run hot. The 6-speed, they run pretty hot. How to check it, there's a plug in the back. There's a plug in the back of the pan. And I took a little bit out, and I said, oh boy, I'm going to have to drop the pan. And of course, I dropped the pan, and I cleaned it up. I reused the gasket. Don't use the other gasket, because this has got the steel in it, and it's still reusable. And that's the pan, cleaned up. And there's a trick on doing this. There's no fill tube on these newer transmissions. What you got to do is there's a rubber plug on the side of the tranny. Let me get under there. There's a rubber plug on the side of the tranny up in there. You pull it out first. You got to pump it in with a pump. 6 3/4 quarts, just under 7 quarts. That's the new filter. It's got to be level. You start your car, I'll jack up the rear and make it level. And then what you do is that's the plug there. When it's level, after the car runs for about 5 minutes, you gotta let it run 5 minutes. You take the plug out while it's running, and a little bit will come out. And as soon as it's just barely coming out, then your transmission is topped off. That's how you check these newer trannies. There's no dipstick. That's what that rear plug is for, because it's not to drain it, because look, the fluid's in here and the plug's way up there. That's what that rear plug is for. But it helps that when you got the car jacked up on an angle like it is, and you take it out, it drains half of it out, so you don't get the slop in your face. I got a little bit on the ground, but it's not as bad as other trannies I did. You can do this yourself at home if you got the jack stands and the jacks, 10 millimeter. It's really not that bad. You'll save your transmission big time, because fluid does get hot and turns colored, burns, and that's what you don't want in an automatic transmission. And it's good to do the filter too. The dealerships charge you $200 to flush it, and they don't change the fucking filter. I don't know about that one. I like doing it right. Change the fluid. Now, there's still fluid in the converter. Maybe 2 3 quarts, maybe 2 quarts, but you're going to have 6.5, 6 3/4 quarts of fresh stuff. That's why they want you to run it for a minute, 2 minutes to circulate everything, and then pull that back plug out while it's level. This car's got to be level now, or best you can. What you do is you put a jack under the rear, another floor jack, and bring it up level, and then let it run, and then check your fluid. But I just wanted to go ahead and shoot this video. I am going to change the rear fluid on the car too. I got that, because I'm working my way back. I did the oil, I did the transmission fluid, and I'm going to do the rear. And like I said, after you're done, your pan should, I mean, it was pretty bad. The pan was, it had a lot of shit on the bottom. It was all, you know, dirty. Even the magnet, I got to put the magnet back, and make sure you put your magnet back. That's important. That captures all the fibers and metal debris for the clutches. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and just a little bit of maintenance like this can make a big difference on your automatic transmission, especially these. This is the same training that's in the C6 Corvette, the 6-speed. Exactly. So you can type in on your YouTube C6 Corvette automatic transmission, and then there's a guy on there that does it. That's how I learned on this one. It's exact same pan, exact same procedure. If you want to Look how he does it, same thing, but pretty easy. You save yourself a lot of money, and you extend your life of your automatic transmission. Hope you enjoy the video.